Obviously you got your power, your OK, your mirror, your flip, scan menu. So you get some little options to is slide your negative. You can see the picture is sliding, so you're getting a good view of what's actually on that negative. Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at a really cool device, especially if you're someone you know, that's probably 35 on up on age, maybe a little younger, maybe 30 on up in age, because you may have some of these things laying around that you could have use for this device. This is the Jumbl. This is a 126K PK Super 8 slides and negative scanner. Okay, so what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to put slides, negatives, that kind of stuff through the scanner, and it's going to produce a digital version of that. That's right, you're going to take something that may have been taken in the 70s and 80s, that you may have slides from an old camera, like 35mm, 33mm, whatever camera, and then actually produce quality digital photos that now you can save. So if you've lost photos but you still have the negatives, this thing is going to be awesome for you. And if you just want digital versions of all your older pictures that, you know, were done before there were digital photos, now you can do that. This is a really slick device. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Now you can see here that it converts 35mm 110, which is a film, 126 kpk and Super 8 slides and negatives into digital in seconds. Now how does that do that? It's going to put an SD card in this, and then you can see here save images to an internal memory, which holds 40 images, or you've got an optional SDHC cards that you can put in, and this is compatible with Windows and Mac operating systems, so you should be good to go there. If you want to pause that and read up on it, built-in 2.4-inch color LCD screen to view images, so that's nice. It's got a built-in 128 megabyte flash memory. There's where you can get your 40 pictures to save in there. The quality is 3200 DPI. Well, the image sensor is 14 megapixels CMOS sensor. Scan quality is 3200 DPI, 22 megapixels interpolation, and the scan quality is 4000 DPI. So that's decent quality for a scanner. So the light source is a black light with 3 white LEDs. And then you can see all the other information here. If you want to pause that, take a look at it. I'll have a show note in the links and a little more information in the I'll have a show note in the links. Is that what I just said? Well, I'll have a link in the show notes. It's a dyslexic day. Let's go ahead and open this up. Take a look at what you get in the box. Quite a few little odds and ends here. So this is going to take a little bit of time to assemble, and we probably are going to have to read the instructions based on everything that we just pulled out of the box. So let's go ahead and just unwrap this stuff real quick, then I'm going to pause this video. We're going to get this set up, get it in action, see what it does. I've actually got some negatives from I think a 35mm camera. Gosh, I don't know when it was taken, probably in the mid-90s. So we're going to test this out and see just what kind of quality we get. And if I can get it unwrapped here, we can actually take a look at the device. There we go, film scanner. And this is not all that expensive. This is something you'd expect in some of those big places where you can go in and take your stuff and get it converted. You know, look at that. All that in this one little device. So you're going to be doing what places will charge you big bucks to do. So you get a mini USB, not a micro. This is a mini USB. So this is what you're going to use to plug it into your Windows or Mac. You get some kind of video composite cable here, so if you wanted to actually use this 3.5mm to composite, or I guess this is just an old video jack there. Some kind of guide. Oh, this is a cleaning brush. There you can see the bristles, so you can clean. Now these are your guides. This is what you're going to use for your negatives, your slides, all that kind of stuff right here. Slide adapters. This is what you're going to use to put the stuff in, to slide it through and scan it. And then of course we got a power supply that you're going to have to plug into the wall. And this actually also powers it. You'll plug this in here so it's USB powered. So you'll have a wall brick and then put this in there and you're good to go. Now the actual device itself. Let's go ahead and get the little protective film off. So you can see it's got a really nice little LCD screen here, the Jumbl All-In-1. This is where you're going to be feeding through the slide trays. Now here's where you've got your SD card, your USB. This is where you're going to hook it up to the PC or Mac, and your TV out. So this is where you'll put your 3.5mm in here and put this into your video in the back of your TV, just like that. Press some buttons on top. Obviously you got your power, your OK, your mirror, your flip, scan menu. So you get some little options here that you can actually do once you do get that scan. Looks like you could rotate it and mirror it or do some other little effects with it. So let's go ahead, get this plugged in, get this operational, and we're going to see what we're going to get out of this, and what kind of quality and what we can do with it. Alright, we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, welcome back, and as you can see we've got this plugged in and we have a negative that we're feeding through it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the screen. As you can see, you have a nice screen with some menus that you can actually navigate. So if you wanted to do playback of what you've scanned, you can do that. We can go ahead and hit menu and sideways so you can format SD cards, USB, settings, language, film type. If you select OK on the film type, you can do color negatives, slide positives, black and white negatives. So that's about it. So we can go back to the menu. Then we go into capture where we actually do the scanning. So if we can see anything else, you can adjust your resolutions. 110, 135 film, so you got 14 megapixels, 22 megapixels. Super 8 is only 6 and 126K PK is only 16, so you do have some limitations there, but that's just because of the film type basically. Let's continue down, see what other menu options we've got. We've got the, that's about it. Capture, we go just scroll back and forth. So to do this, you basically, I've loaded the negatives you can see right here, and it's in this little tray that goes through here. So if we actually go to capture, so let's go ahead and select that, and I will show you what the screen actually sees. Now it's actually showing a color view of what's on the negative, so all you got to do is slide your negative. You can see the picture is sliding, so you're getting a good view of what's actually on that negative on the screen. Once you've got full frame, then you just hit OK, and what it's going to do is it's just going to say, do you want to save it or not, or home. So you hit enter, and boom, it's creating a digital copy of that negative onto your SD card or internally, and you can hook this up via USB to a Mac and PC and get it. So that's how this works. Again, this works with not only negatives, but again you have the Super 8 slides, stuff like that you can use with these. And then here is the actual slide adapter, so this is what you'd use, and then you just feed that through, and then this is where you've got a wider, because these are a little bit bigger, negatives are a little bit smaller, so you've got a wider window here for those. And then these here, of course, Super 8, this side up, Super 8 insert there, and then on this one is a 110, this side up, 110 insert here. So got the different trays for the different film types that you can go ahead and feed through this manually and get a good scan. Again, this is your cleaning brush. So this is a nice little tool if you're into photography. Definitely I'd have this in my arsenal of tools that you know, I'm doing and using. And if I'm also going back and trying to look through old family photos and I find old negatives, this is definitely something that's awesome to restore those photos into a digital version where you can back them up and never ever lose them. Going back to the old film types and doing that is a great idea for family heirlooms and stuff that you just don't ever lose. A fire, a storm, natural disaster, something comes and that's just gone. Back that stuff up. Create digital versions of it, put it in the cloud, offsite it, something where you've got those precious memories and stuff like that just saved somewhere safe. This is a great project for someone and a great tool to do it. Check the show notes. I'll have a link for this. And stay tuned, I'll have a few of the stills that I've actually captured onto the SD card right after this, so you can see the kind of quality. These are the ones you're going to see are straight from these negatives and what you just saw me capture. And I've flipped a few of them, just some of the effects. You can do some flipping around and mirroring. I did a few of those. You'll see them they're upside down and backwards and stuff. So nothing major there, but you know, it's a tool that's built into it. It might come in handy for some things. however you want to do it. If you have a weird picture that was taken upside down on accident, then you could correct it with this. So anyway guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscription to the channel, and as always, thanks for watching, and have a good one.